Hi. This is me. How are you? Feeling comfortable tonight? So what's up? Want to go out for dinner sometime? Sure, why not? Don't worry, I'm not going to do anything stupid. Why would I do anything stupid? Why? Do I seem like the kind of guy that would do something stupid like that? Do I?
Yeah.
Yes or no? Okay.
If you talk to girls more like that, you probably get more dates.
I'll give you my number. No, I don't know. I'm just bugging around here. But in reality, before we go on with the rest of the show, we have nothing else. We're done. That's it. We have no other material. We're just gonna do whatever, and then just probably shoot Max in front of the screen, and I'm sure everybody will be happy. But let me tell you this. Let me just tell you this. Love you, man. Let me just tell you this. Seeing as how we have nothing else to do and we have, I don't know, let's say another hour or so, we're just going to sit down quietly while we sit with our hands folded and read. Okay? So I want everybody to take out their books into Animal House, Chapter 2, page 54. I was thinking about something. Yeah, remember, you guys, pretty much everyone here, maybe except George, he lived in the 1800s. Like anyone who's gone to elementary school, you guys know that they had the group reading in class, right? And you ever had the kid, like they would always have everybody read a certain part of the chapter. So it seems like every time that happened, the teacher purposely always put the kid that did not know how to read first. So you would sit there and he would start reading, and then he wouldn't be able to get through like 5 or 6 words. So you're literally trying to get through this whole thing, and he's going through 1 or 2 chapters in about an hour. So he said that, and meanwhile, while this is going on, you're sitting down like this, already 3 pages ahead, because this kid does not know how to read yet. You have to stick here the whole time because the teacher has to keep it all the way to the end of the period. Didn't you hate that? I hated that. I absolutely hated that. Oh, another thing too is, as you can see, I have a beard. Barely any type of a beard. No, stop. No, but I have a beard on, and someone who watches this show, I don't know if anyone actually did that, but someone watches this show, came up to me and said, "Why, yes, I like the program very much, but and I'm doing an impersonation of a guy that watches the show, so if you're watching this, I'm not making fun of you, yes, I am. Yes, I like the show very much, but one thing you need to do is fix the lighting, get a makeup guy, and then shave a little bit. I haven't shaved in 3 weeks. So enjoy this. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the historic city of Perth Amboy, it's the Late Program with Johnluke Chaparro. I am your announcer, Dr. Alfred Cresci. And now, Johnluke Chaparro!
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Please hold your applause. By all means, I'm so excited. Thank you. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Johnluke Chaparro. Don't worry about the laughter. Hold it by all means because I won't be long here anyways. Haha, insert laughter here. I wanted to bring this up. I absolutely hate social media and texting. I really do. Although I hate it, I use it. I hate social media, I hate texting, but I use it, and I hate it. The only reason why I really use it is to promote the show and to talk to women I have absolutely no shot at getting with. I'll be on my phone, scrolling through Facebook and Twitter with just absolute hate and anger building up, yelling at my phone because people are so stupid. Seriously, no, if I don't press like, a kid won't get cancer. Oh, look at how funny I am because I posted a meme. How original! Social media! Yay! Ah, jeez. I'm telling you, man, social media has turned a lot of us into robots. A lot of society has turned into robots nowadays. Nobody knows, seriously, how to have a conversation nowadays. Same goes for texting. Perfect example. There's someone who I used to text and meet up with. It's a chick in person. Now, I got to know the person for a little bit now, and usually when I have a conversation with her or with people, I expect to, get feedback from people because I'm a conversationalist, really. Would I think this person would do the same? No. I assume people nowadays would know how to have a freaking conversation, but oh my goodness, was I wrong. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. So I have this paper right here, and I figured I'd read it to you. So this is me. Hey, my friend, how are you? How's life? Because I text like a lonely white guy. I write. The person goes, hi, good, and you? I go, I'm well, just writing some stand-up material, schooling and such. Freaking professors giving a lot of work. You know the feeling, right? She goes, yeah, LOL. How on earth am I supposed to respond to that? LOL, I don't know. And I'm telling you, this social media crap is turning everybody into robots, and it's turning all of us into disingenuous pieces of crap. No, seriously, a perfect example is social media trends. You go on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, and you see them talking about different types of like vacation photos and all this stuff like that. And one of the things that I remember was selfies at funerals. Yes, selfies at funerals. How can you possibly do such a thing? Seriously. Oh, hashtag remembering the dead. Come on, really? See, it actually is this big thing on Facebook, I'm not going to lie. I mean, what else could possibly happen next? Let's see. Selfies at car accidents. How about that? I'm assuming that'll be real. You take a picture of your car busted up in front, taking the bruised face and broken bone, taking the picture. Selfie. I can imagine the caption would be hashtag busted fender, hashtag waiting for the cops to arrive, hashtag DUI. and then I'm saying to myself, if that can be reached, then what else could possibly happen? Let's see. Selfies at plane crashes, by all means. I could just imagine the people going around and they're just saying, well, Becky is no longer with us. But just remember, by this picture, she went out with a bang. Hashtag, and just think of the picture. She's taking the picture in the middle of a plane, in a plane seat, and there's just this big bunch of flames right behind her, going with a duck face. Like that. Hashtag last moments, hashtag Delta Airlines, hashtag I didn't get my peanuts today. Oh, man. Now, have any of you ever seen The Bachelor or Bachelorette TV shows by any chance? Anybody?
Yeah.
Have you seen it? Oh, you guys seem so enthusiastic.
Well, I got a rose.
Well, listen, I'm in the same boat as you, trust me. Well, answer me this. Is it or is it not televised prostitution? Yeah. Think about it. Think about it. A group of men or women presumed single and ready to mingle, waiting to make a pass at some dude or a chick that in hindsight has a pretty face or a hot body, yet they likely have an iPhone for a brain. And they're waiting to be selected by a guy or girl with a host that rounds them up. Hello, pimp. You even have moments where the contestant and the participant have alone time. For goodness sake, I mean, they're doing something for free that most politicians or sleazy businessmen pay for. And the worst part is they televise it. They televise this stuff. I'm telling you, any more skin shown on the contestants and you go straight from ABC to Cinemax in a heartbeat. It's funny because us Americans like to romanticize everything. The British, on the other hand, they just skipped all the sappy romance stuff and they just made a show about doing it in a box. I'm telling you, ingenuity at its finest. Imagine going on one of these shows trying to win the love of The Bachelor or Bachelorette with cameras following you around. They track your every movement and throw you in weird, awkward situations to create spicy moments with said person. Really, it's all just some slimeball reality show writer with the bad back acne and really bad erectile dysfunction, living his sick fantasy on screen by making you do certain things like let's see, kiss her while riding on horseback or make out with her on a grill at Benihana. You know, I see way more reality when my dog takes a poop. Not even kidding. And even then, reality show TV writers could probably fabricate that. Will Autumn poop out of spite, or does she really have to go? Or is Autumn's defecation ruining her love life? Next up on Doggy Bachelor. Stay away from my dog. Now, in hindsight, yeah, this guy's cracking up back there. It's not because of me, of course. In hindsight, the Bachelor or Bachelorette essentially bounces from one person to another. You know, we're trying to eradicate the spread of herpes, not perpetuate it. Yeah, Todd from Wisconsin, we all know that bump on your lip wasn't something you were born with. Or, yes, Sally from Tennessee, we all know that smell isn't something you ate. You know, all this is like a game of Russian roulette. Instead of getting a bullet, you get venereal disease. Then, in the end, if you just so happen to win the damn thing, you keep what everyone else has had a chance to make a pass at. I'm positive it will be comforting to know that when you take those final vows of love and you look into her eyes and you'll see she's glassed over, not paying attention. Why? Because more than likely she's thinking about the guy that got eliminated in week 2. Congratulations, you just married a TV harlot. Make sure you got that prenup locked up. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that was, hopefully that was something you can take home with. We're going to have a fantastic program for you here today. We have Manny Pacheco on the program. Round of applause for him, everybody. We also have local Perth Amboy comedian. I don't know if I think that's an oxymoron, Perth Amboy comedian, I think. It explains me, of course. We have local Perth Amboy comedian Brian Herrera with you here today. Now, before we go to the break, let's check out a bit called Philosophy with Dr. Russell Johnsen, OPP. Take it away. And now, Philosophy with Dr. Russell Johnsen, OPP. When I move someplace new and go to get phone service, I always ask if the number can be out of service. I try to live each day like it's my last. That is why I ignore so many people, really. If it is my last day, do you think I want to talk to people? Home is where the heart is. Hope the authorities don't find that. People often ask me why I like zombie movies so much. I look at them and say, I thought they were training videos. Often when talking with people, I wish for something more enthralling, like paint drying. I don't drink beer, but I'm certainly glad other people do. And that has been Philosophy with Dr. Russell Johnsen, OPP. I don't know why I'm doing this, really. I don't care anymore. The thing about me is I think I've gotten just a lot of apathy happen to me lately. I just don't care about anything anymore. I'm going to drink my soda now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the program. This dilapidated thing, nickel and dime, we call a television show. Before we move on with the rest of the program, like us on Facebook at Late Program with Johnluke Chaparro. Follow us on Twitter at JailChaparro8. And also follow the page, the show, at The Late Program. If you want to follow JC, go to LDrJC on Twitter. And if you want to follow Max on Twitter, go to Handicap Avenger. Also, subscribe to us on YouTube. Look for Late Program with Johnluke Chaparro or Billy Wagner 13 and click subscribe. I know you won't, but, I still love you. Anyways, so Before we move on with the rest of the program, back in the 80s and 90s, before smartphones became permanent body parts, and Ricky Martin was still under the ambiguous category, dating videos were used by lonely single men and the occasional divorced, I killed my husband out of passion woman. Okay? They did this to court potential lovers to hopefully one day meet at a local Holiday Inn and cry each other to sleep. So, nowadays, everything is done through social media, but fortunately for me, I found a dating service that still uses tape. Here's the tape. Roll it, maestro.
Hello, my name is Steve. I work as a secretary for my boss at a paper company. This job is only temporary as I'm preparing for my dream as a Tony Award-winning Broadway performer. You want to hear my voice? Here it is.
My name is Margaret, but just call me Marge for short. I'm an unemployed graphic designer and current stay-at-home mom for my cats. I have 2 cats. 5. I have 9 cats. All named Terry.
Hey there, beautiful. Are you looking for someone to play Hot Wheels with in the basement? Because I got a Hot Wheels track and it's going to be great.
Hi, my name is Todd. I am the prince. I am 41 years old. I am a manager at a fine dining restaurant called, wait for it, Burger King.
I'm single and I'm ready to mingle. Or at least that's what my mommy tells me. I enjoy long walks on the beach, the lovely tunes of Ricky Martin, and reruns of House Hunters International on HGTV. If my mom can like those things, I know any lady can.
One of my cats is a transgender. It's her choice to be Terry, and I'm in full support of it. I like to spend my free time living on the edge. I attend senior bingo nights at the local Knights of Columbus, and I stay there until closing. Living on the edge.
My credit score is 350. Isn't that awesome?
Then we're gonna just play it, and they're gonna launch, and then they're gonna do loops. We're gonna have so much fun together. I have 5 dogs. And they're so nice. One was Cresci, Sadie, Chi-Chi, Jimmy, and Brad, I think. They're all dead though.
Here's my friend Bugs. This is Bugs. He's been there for me since I was 10. From my first plane ride to seeing every other woman besides my mom reject me. Bugs has been a great friend, right? Yeah, sure. He sleeps next to me in bed, and whenever he keeps me company, if he falls out, my mom will come in and tuck him in just like she'll tuck me in. I love my mom. Did I mention that?
They're just stuffed in my living room for your enjoyment. They're beautiful dogs. They're really beautiful dogs. And they're with us forever. You're going to really enjoy their company. They may not lick you, but they'll still just have a nice bond. They're still there. They're still animals. They're not living, but they're still animals.
And my eHarmony account was temporarily closed because the government was looking in on me because Quentin Hampton said I was dating a girl under 18. She was 18, damn it!
I also enjoy watching CSI Miami, and I occasionally like to stay up late and watch whatever is on past the local news like the rebel I am.
I can melt with you. You see the difference, and it's getting better all the time. See, I'm lovely.
I'm your knight in shining armor. My personality radiates to you like Chernobyl in the 80s.
Do I look like Ted Kaczynski?
I'm looking for a man who will take care of me. One with an awesome personality. One who enjoys fun like I do. One that has big muscles. Boston accent. And has acted in movies like Ted, Four Brothers, The Other Guys, and The Italian Job.
I'm single, ready to mingle. I'm hip, fly, and very extreme. Is that what the youngsters say nowadays?
No, it's not. Hurry up.
Then we can have a cabin in the woods and just run away from the police. It'll be great. We'll have so much fun together. We'll have so much fun.
I'm looking for a lady to be my queen to my king.
I don't drink, but I enjoy the occasional soda from time to time.
My therapist said it would be good for me to do this to offset the fact that the Xanax he prescribed me doesn't work.
The Beyonce to my JC. The Jennifer... Who?
Lopez!
The Jennifer Lopez to my Cuban bald guy.
He also told me to move out of my mom's house because he told me, and I quote, "No woman wants to live in a cave below the woman who gave birth to her boyfriend."
I can entertain you with my jokes and my tons and tons of comic book collection.
But I would never do that to my mommy. She means the world to me, and my paycheck to hers.
I enjoy watching General Hospital with my grandmother. An afternoon nap and going to a car dealership to smell the new cars. Fantastic. I also enjoy the occasional slice of pizza, since my main diet is Whoppers, double Whoppers, triple Whoppers, and anything that's Burger King.
So if you're interested in long bingo nights, early bedtimes, and the occasional cat scratches and the odor, dial me at the number below. I'll be waiting, like I have the last 15 years. Mark Wahlberg. Dial 555-7334. Now.
And due to the Megan's Law and the Sexual Offenders Law of 1994, I have to state to you that I am a registered sex offender. Damn it, she was 18! She was 18, come on! She was 18! Please don't let this affect your opinion of me. Thank you and bye.
So if you're interested in a man who enjoys fun, life, and a lot of HGTV reruns, I am your guy. If you see my mom at the police department, tell her I'm not dead yet. Come on, Mom. Can't you see I'm here? I don't have an STD yet. That's never gonna happen.
You're gonna edit that out, right? That whole rant? Please?
Alright, now that you just saw the dating video, just remember, if you ever see any of those people on the street, especially that Steve guy, call your local police and report them. Apparently him and I look alike, apparently. We wear the same ties, Apparently we have the same mother as well. Split personality? I don't know. Oh, also, I want to mention something before we move on with the rest of the show. I want to tell you this story about a friend. You'll never believe what happened.
God,
I mean, let me just start. So it all started where she came to the park and bought a surfboard.
To that, how much this job pays?
Oh no, it's...
So as I was saying, she comes to the park, brings a surfboard and her dog. Wait, hold on.
It's a great...
Excuse me. Who are you and what are you doing?
Nothing important's going on. So, okay, we'll go take 3 takes of you doing jokes, and we'll go from there.
So we just read the jokes right off the list?
Yeah.
Hello. What's going on here?
Well, my name is Stephen Balaket, and I'm an executive here at PATV. We are just auditioning someone new for the show, and just don't worry about us. We'll just go ahead and... You could just go ahead and finish your show.
Do you really need to be here? Don't you guys have a studio next to Perth Amboy High School?
That we do, but we are renting it out for Bravo for the rich on welfare wives of Middlesex County. They're having a discussion segment, and we need the studio to physically assault each other with wine boxes.
Okay, I get it, but do you need to do this now?
Well, it's not like anything important's going on right now.
I'm doing a show here, can't you see that?
Wait, is this a show? You've got to be kidding me! You could have fooled me. I thought you were the janitor.
No, we're doing an actual show, and you and your little friend here are interrupting. But just out of genuine curiosity, though, what show are you auditioning for anyways?
The late program with Johnluke Chaparro. Yeah, that's one. The network heads wanted you guys. Said the other guy wasn't cutting. Said he wasn't ethnic enough.
Bro, I'm the other guy. That's this show. You're auditioning for this show on this show. What on earth is going on here?
Alright, mate, just read the jokes on the paper. You know what to do.
So a guy walks into a bar and goes out.
Oh man, that's great. That's funny, isn't it? That is some good stuff. That is perfect material. I mean, the energy, it's just so funny. Oh my gosh. Go ahead, read another joke.
Justin Bieber is in the news, but remember, he's not dating little girls anymore. So
Marvelous. I think we're going to get our ratings up with this show.
Thank you.
With
thank
our
you.
new charismatic host.
I'll be here all night.
Go on, read another one.
Three Jews walk into a bar.
Oh my god. He's a natural, this one. Alright, you made it. You got the gig. Congratulations, sir. You're the next Johnny Carson.
Yay, I'm going to call my grandma and tell her the good news.
Wait, hello. Can't you see I'm still here?
Oh yeah, you can get out now. I'm actually going to call security to usher you out.
Bug off,
the premises.
tool! This is my chair. Go away.
Did you say bug off to me?
Oh, fine. Okay, fine. Jeez. All right, ogre, leave me alone. All right.
Here you go.
Okay,
The
fine.
new host.
Fine. Take over. Have fun with your nickel and dime talk show host, tool.
The new Nickel and Dime Show.
We're going to do a quick commercial, then we'll be back with more show.
A natural.
This is my
I love
show.
it.
Douchebag. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the program. As you can see, I don't know. Can you see anything? I have no idea. This is just going to be a disaster. Of course, I'm not all together right now. All right, so our first guest tonight is a local musician who is probably a professional musician in his own right. He's come here today, and he's with the Rollbacks, and we're going to chat with him here a little bit. An established musician and far more talented than I am at everything. Ladies and gentlemen, Manny Pacheco. Thank you for coming, Manny. I appreciate
It's my
it.
pleasure being in casa su casa. That's the format you have.
Unless I fart in your house, then you want to kick me out.
Oh no! Watch it. I just ate some lasagna. That's why it's the best.
I thought we were keeping that in the wraps. Okay.
No. It's a lasagna. You know things are going on, but I got my best going.
Now, I know you just recently got together with the Rollbacks,
Yes.
and I've seen you guys perform a few times, as a matter of fact, together. And needless to say, you guys sound awesome. Let me just put that out there.
Thank you
And
so much.
I noticed that you brought here snare drum and a couple of timbales, and you were telling me before that there's a certain style or certain way that the music mixes into it. Just tell us a little more about what you wanted to tell
Yeah,
me.
basically, the music, although regular music, rock and roll, based on 4x4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whereas with Latin music and us, the Rollbacks, which we combine rock and roll, blues, soul.
Yeah.
Of course. We have soul.
Yeah,
I wanted to
Well, if you
people
had
know that we got soul.
well, if you had soul, then you wouldn't be living.
Hey,
Cheesy joke.
that's right. No, right. Good soul. That's a good one. That's right. We wouldn't be living.
You're gonna get tired of that soon.
And musically, we wouldn't be living without that soul.
Exactly. I agree.
So, what I want to show, same as soul music, and same as all the other styles of music, we have soul. And I want to show what I mean. Like these are African drums, basically. I tune it low to give me that effect of a low drum conga.
Yeah.
This way you don't have to carry so much instrument. But basically, it's based on the clave. And then you have other beats going on. The interesting part about music and what us, the Rollbacks, we fuse together. Is that we have together. Together. And then when we come up, you notice we use the cowbell. We also have other beats that we implement into the music. So, but on top of that, you have a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. But we have this going on. Then you have. Together. So you get, that's the concept behind our music. That's what gets the people going. That's the soul.
Yeah.
You know? And in between that, obviously, we have some repigo. And then obviously that there's the timbal set here. With the rollbacks, we're creative. You know, we can't have timbales, congas, everything, but we kind of put it together in our own DIY, do it yourself.
Yeah.
We add a timbal drum and the bongos, and that's what brings the soul to it. So, we'll do some hits, and it brings in another part of the music, or it brings it, or.
Now, do you feel
that gives the energy, and that's the soul.
Now, I noticed that there's we talk about this collectively a lot. Excuse me. That would you say putting soul into the music differs when sound-wise? Do you think that would be the case? Because I know I was making an observation of some other bands that we were taking a look at, or at least I've seen, and and I was having a conversation with someone I knew as well, and that you see them playing, like I say, they're playing the trumpet, or they're playing some sort of instrument, and they're just playing the notes here and there, and this and that. And I was actually making a remark about, there was one band I saw play, and then I saw you guys play, and the one band was playing the same music you guys are playing. And they were playing it was soul music. They were playing it, and it was they were playing it. It was good, but it was just kind of dry.
You said it flat. That's what we actually had a conversation prior. Yeah, flat, and it is. This is what I'm talking about. That you see what's behind our music when you hear the rollbacks. Baby, which is the theme song. It's got that soul, that feeling,
and you can tell, like, when the people are playing it, they're just into it. I know I would see like guys like Michael Brecker, God rest his soul, and I think that's his name, correct? Am I correct in that? And like the guys like David Sanborn when they're playing the saxophone.
That's right.
I'm a Letterman fan, so he was always on the show, but he was good.
Great music.
Yes, great and I would see him play, and he was just he had the glasses on, but he's jamming out. Same goes for the late great B.B. King. Although when he sang, he never played at the same time, but when he played, you could just feel the emotion. Like I saw him play Hummingbird on Letterman, and it was just great. And then the band, Paul Schaefer's band, was playing along with it, and just his voice was into it. He was just and when he was playing it, it's just you could see the movements and you could feel it. So I would assume that's the same concept that goes here when you guys play.
Very same concept, and you do feel a difference, where they sound, a lot of groups sound flat because they play, instead of doing that ooh Latin baby, they'll ooh Latin baby, brother,
it's like bounces, big bounces.
Ooh, it gives you that's a soul.
Yeah, give me a drum. I want to start playing now. Yeah, you're getting me all jazzed up right
and
now.
Jumping back. That's why B.B. King had that soul.
Yeah,
they learned to be percussive with with their instrument. Like, and later on when we go onto the guitar, I show what I mean there.
Yeah,
because in Puerto Rico, I study a little bit there, and they want you to learn a percussion instrument before you hit your guitar or your piano, and that's the reason for that. It's for the soul. The soul of music.
It gets it out of you, right?
That's right. You learn you learn timbales, you learn bongos, you learn before you jump on a guitar or anything. Then they make you. That's right. It's hard. It's the heartbeat. That's right, my brother, my cameraman. I love you, man. That's right. The heartbeat. It's in the heart, and so even soul music. A lot of the stuff in Motown uses Latin percussion in it.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I noticed that because it seems like I whenever I see it, I kind of get the familiar sound of it because I grew up with this. I grew up with a lot of this.
Well, yeah.
So I can spot the similarities and the differences.
Yeah.
Now, all that being said, to the people that don't know, how long have you been playing music professionally, or just how long have you been playing instruments in general?
In general, I started playing.
Try to let us know by not giving away your age.
Okay.
no insult.
I got you. Hey, you know, I can always go to Los Angeles and get the work done.
If you go outside, it's all gonna melt.
I know, that's the problem. It's plastic, man. It's plastic, you know. I started at the age of 5. You know, in church, Pentecostal church.
That's where a lot of it starts.
And I grabbed the tambourine, and that was my toy. That's what I carried over my security blanket. And from there, a gentleman by the name of Mano Lebron, you know, a real heavy set man, looked like B.B. King. Puerto Rican though, you know, Afro Puerto Rican. Played the guitar in church, and I used to bring my guitar, my little plastic guitar, and play in front of him and mimic him. And then by the time I was 8, 9, I was already playing a lot of the church, the hymns, the songs.
Wow.
And it came together real nicely throughout the years. I picked up the instrument and got better and better. My dad played at the house too. So, but my dad didn't like me touching his guitar. You know, but one time he caught me playing. I paid for it, but then he felt bad. He said, you know, Papo me used to call me. Puedes tocar la guitarra. ¿Por qué no la dañas? As long as you don't ruin it, you can play it. And he taught me some things, Aguinaldo. And I felt good because it wasn't just Emmanuel Leron from church teaching me. My dad was teaching me.
Dad, yeah.
Man, he was one of those viejos de antes, you know, those old guys from Puerto Rico.
Actually.
No problem. But I just wanted to show something that I was talking about.
Okay.
Excuse the stiff fingers, you know. But about the percussion, you know how everything goes together, you know. So we got it. Okay. So now with Latin music, the instruments have to be percussion. For example, like the we got. Right? So that comes together. I'm going to keep doing it.
Very nice. So it all meshes together as one.
Exactly.
This sounds great because you're putting all your soul into it.
And that's where Latin Lady comes in.
Very nice. Very nice.
See? So that's where the Latin Lady comes in. Again, you know.
Now as he plays us out here for commercial, we're going to take a break and we'll go back to Manny with another extended performance. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I got cotton mouth on there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. We've embarrassed ourselves enough as is already, and hopefully Manny doesn't take offense to anything that we've done before, but thank you, Manny Pacheco, for coming on the show and being a guest, and we'll listen to some music from him afterwards. But my next guest is a Perth Amboy comedian. Like I said at the beginning, that's kind of an oxymoron, as you can tell right here. And he's a friend of mine. We graduated from the same high school. I don't know how. Actually, I can't say that because we're both a bunch of smart dudes. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Brian Herrera.
Hey,
Thanks
thank you for having me.
I appreciate it.
I'm happy to be here.
So, Brian, we've known each other for about, well, you want to go by years. How long has it been?
8th grade, I'd say.
Has it been really 8th grade?
So I would say 5, 6 years.
Has it been 8th grade?
Yeah.
I don't remember 8th grade.
I don't know. I was drunk most of the time in 8th grade. You know.
I was just nowhere to be found. I sometimes think my brain was not in my head at all because I don't remember some things. But I found it to be kind of, I don't want to say weird, but when I saw that you started doing stand-up or just comedy in general,
right.
you started posting it on Facebook, I said, wow, someone else I know actually
did something like that?
So-
How did you end up getting into that?
It's a very funny story, really. I was a junior year at the University of Massachusetts, and I was looking over my future, and I realized that I was in big trouble. 3 years at
Trust me, you're not the only one in
3
that
years at the
situation.
University of Massachusetts, and I had to figure out, okay, what's the best shot to make the quickest money, and I just landed with comedy, only because at 3 a.m. having drunk girls say that you're so funny is where I led in my direction. I figured.
That's the best feedback, isn't
Right.
it? Not from your parents.
It's very different, though. Making sober people laugh is harder.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Trust me. Listen, I know exactly how that is. It's kind of been dry here today.
Right.
I think I had to get a couple people from the train station just to come in. Hey, you're
okay.
funny, man. Shoot. I love you, man. Shoot.
But I don't know. Performing comedy, I wouldn't call me myself a comedian yet.
Why
You
not?
know, you just gotta earn your chops,
Well,
man.
look at it this way. You wrote stuff that you thought was funny.
Right.
You went up on a stage and entertained people more than once.
Right.
In multiple venues. You are a comic.
Right.
You probably, if you want to really be modest about it, maybe you could say amateur comic.
I would say I perform comedy. I think in order to label myself as a comedian, you have to reach that status. I treat it as the highest title you can get if somebody can call you a comedian,
Yeah.
right? At this point in time, especially being young, I'm like 2 years into the game already. Met famous comedians,
Yeah.
along the way by performing at New York clubs and here in New Jersey. It takes time,
Yeah.
right? It's definitely not
Oh, yeah.
something that. When I first started
Well, it doesn't
out, you
happen
see,
overnight.
you see it on TV,
Oh,
and you
yeah.
think that it's so easy.
Oh, no.
But with writing jokes and
Look at this.
and trying out, it's definitely a long road to take.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
but I'm trying.
You speak of long roads, it's funny you bring that up because even myself, I can't even call myself a comic. I mean, I guess I could call myself an amateur comic still because I'm
or a hack. So.
Oh, yeah, major hack. Yeah, trust me. Trust me, major hack.
It's
yeah.
okay.
But it's funny you say that it takes time because when we first started this show back in March of 2011, you coming up with, I didn't realize how hard it was. Where you had to actually come up with material and actually present it to people and pretend it's funny, but then most people won't like it. So I was sweating bullets when I first did it. We had an open mic the night before we taping this program in your region, and this guy, his name was Pierre, who's going to be on the show sometime soon. Nice guy, great guy. And I was astounded when he was up there. He looked like he had good form, like he seemed like he had been doing it for a little bit. And then he comes and he tells me, because he saw me being the MC, he's like, "Oh man, you're so funny." I said, "Yeah, right." But so he goes and he says, I asked him, I said, "How long have you been doing it?" He says, "This is my first time."
Right.
And I was blown away by it because, you think about your first time, and I'm thinking about my first time, and it's not exactly the greatest thing in the world. You're not exactly.
I don't know my first time. Depends which first
No.
time we're talking here.
Okay.
I'm saying.
Comedy-wise.
Okay.
Let me be
But
specific.
still,
there.
comedy-wise, she was laughing. That's all. She was, she laughed. I laughed. It was comedy.
man.
The first time is always comedy.
Oh yes. I don't know much about that.
It's
Anyways,
okay.
So in stand-up comedy-wise, at least, in the form of telling jokes.
Right.
Okay, let's lay the context out there. My parents are gonna see this, and then they're gonna get on my case.
It's okay.
Mom and Dad, I'm sorry. I really am. So
I'm not parents. You heard noises at 2:00 in the morning. You know what was up. The train was coming through.
That's not my parents. It's his parents. Just for the
The
record.
train was coming through.
It's not. It's his parents. Disclaimer: his parents, not mine.
No.
No, but you're the first time actually telling jokes.
Right.
Man, this is really going down south quick.
It's okay.
No pun intended, of course.
Hey, that's what she said.
When I did it my first time doing comedy.
Mhm.
Telling jokes.
Okay.
And I feel like I have to chase my steps whenever I do that now because
okay,
you're just
they
gonna
got
sucker
the
me in.
picture.
You're
They
gonna
got the
sucker me into
picture.
a hole.
We'll move on.
Yes. So when I was up there, I had my suit on, and I was sweating bullets, and I bombed hard. And then I think the best advice that I think a comic will tell you, because at least from what I've read, because I haven't gone too far out yet. I mean, most I've done is I think like Edison is the furthest out I've gone. I'd like to do New York, but I got advice saying that bomb hard,
Right.
because that's how you're gonna learn.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because if you don't bomb, like I told you the story about the time when I did the coffee shop. I told you the story, right? Well, if anyone wants to know the story, I was doing I was with the Rollbacks, and the band, the wonderful band for this television program, but they're also a fine band as on their own as well. So we're at the coffee shop, and this is the second time I had done stand up with them. First time we did it in the summer earlier that year, and it was great. I mean, everybody was laughing, and we said my cheesy jokes here and there. So we're inside. It's about October, and we go in, and the joke that you heard earlier in the show, the selfies with funerals and selfies at car accidents, I had said that. I was building up to it. So now, if anyone wants to know the worst places to do stand-up comedy is at a coffee shop, because you have that conservative, uptight kind of, I'm not gonna move whatever I believe, or whatever you say is wrong kind of crowd, the hipster kind of crowd. So I'm leading up to the joke, and so far it's going all right. Nothing's really hitting, and everybody's just there to see the band play. There's a couple of people who were, they didn't speak English, so they just thought I was making a butt of myself up there, like I do all the time. So I reached the joke of selfies at funerals. Everybody's like, oh, okay, fine. I get that all the time, especially from women. Then you get, then I'm starting leading up to it, and I go, and what could happen next? Selfies at car accidents. Someone shrieked. And then I looked at the barista making the coffee, the guy who runs the place. He looked at me with a menacing glare. And immediately, someone throws you off, I was done. So then I went from trying to finish the joke to, that's pretty cool and stuff like that. Society kind of sucks nowadays, so yeah. And everyone gave me the pity clap.
Right.
Like that.
Oh, that's tough to get,
Yeah, and then what made it even worse is that there was this very New York guy sitting to the far left. He was so New York. He had a New York Giants hat on, and he had a New York Yankees t-shirt. Typical, forget about it, kind of New Yorker, So he goes up and he says, "You did good, kid. The jokes weren't that great, but you did good, kid. You got a lot of balls standing up there." And I'm sweating in my New York Rangers jersey, and I'm looking at him, and physically, outwardly, I said, "Thank you, sir," but in my head, I said, "I want to punch this guy in the face so bad," because they got so patronizing.
It's hard. You need to know your audience. I mean, I have a similar joke. There was a flyer at the laundromat, right? At the local laundromat says, entertainment needed. So I was like, all right, took a little stub, went over. Turns out I was trying to perform comedy in front of 5-year-olds. So, I mean, my material's mostly sex jokes at this point. I mean, the best I have was, hey, you're here because 90% of you, right, are probably here because of mistake. And then I got fired. I didn't get paid.
Man, that's terrible.
It's the first time I got booed and all.
That's funny. Wow. And it's funny you talk about performing in front of kids, because I have a second job with with a different group of people that I perform as a lion. I'm dressed up in a full lion costume, and you can clearly see my face. Okay. At first, I didn't know. Well, that's the funny part, is that I'm in a lion costume, and the second graders think that I'm actually a lion. You can clearly see there's a nose, eyes, and a beard. So they told me, oh yeah, and like when I first heard, I thought I was going to be doing it for like maybe teenagers, stuff like that. Right. Then it turns out they're doing it for like second graders, and immediately they're like, "Are you sure you're going to be able to do that?" And I'm saying, yes, I am. But in reality, in my head, I'm like, no, I don't want to do that, because I have to be all G-rated and stuff and not express my opinion. And now all I do is I fall down and I make myself look like a butt. Yeah. So it's really nothing new.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah. But another thing I wanted to bring up to you is that in doing stand-up comedy, at least here, or at least in New York, what do you think would be the best advice you may have received from a comic there? Like, what do you? Because I know, because we've spoken off camera. Right. You told me stories about you meeting certain comics and things like that.
The best advice is to just try to do it most of the time during the week. This is not something that, it may start off as a hobby, right? But if you're really striving to be a comedian, you just can't, perform once a month. You need to start looking at venues, trying to perform 3-4 times a week. Understanding, your joke materials. The first time that I performed in New York, the main problem that I had was understanding the time limit of 7 minutes.
Oh yes.
Right. 7 minutes.
Yeah, I know that.
You think it's long when you're doing it with the woman, right? But it goes so faster, right, when you're actually.
Oh yeah, you're up there, and then you think, because I know I did this at the first open mic we did. I didn't even realize it. I thought I had 5 minutes of material. I thought I was perfect on the spot, split it out and span it between everybody else. It doesn't help that everybody just starts to come to the open mic late, and then I looked at my paper, and realistically I had about 20 minutes of material. So when I was done, I had someone come up to me after the show, and after the show, he goes up to me and he says, yeah, next time you do it, the comedy stuff like that, disclaimer, keep it short.
Right.
Because you're up there. And then he was also telling me, oh yeah, speak loud of the microphone. But I'm speaking loud enough.
Well, nothing's worse, especially in New York, when the red light comes on.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Is it a red light?
It's a red light.
I thought it was always like a white light.
No, it's a red light, at least in most of the venues that I perform at. And it's just being courteous to the other comedians.
Yeah,
the
of
actual
course.
professional ones that are there.
Yeah.
Other than that, try to go out, perform every day, understanding your time limit, and just have fun with it. Because if you're not having fun with it, this may not be the thing for you. I've had great stories. I had great times on the road, and I also have bad stories, and I'm just still trying to get, busting my chops and trying to get where I really want to be.
All right. Yeah, definitely. You can't, if you're not willing to put in the work, then why do it?
Right.
I think I've run into a lot of people who said that they're interested in comedy, but then they'll show me some of the things that they have. I think there was one guy on Middlesex who saw me, and he says, I think I had done an event, the Mr. MCC guy comes up to me and he says, oh yeah, you're a comic, right? I said, yeah, I am. I'm sure. He's like, oh yeah, like, can I just go up there and say whatever I want? I had to say, come here. And I had to tell him, although I'm not a professional anyway whatsoever. I just figured from my 4 years.
I'm just in it for the women. Right? You make a girl laugh, you could go a long way with that.
That hasn't worked out for me yet.
It's okay, because you need to make a girl laugh, John.
No, see, that's the thing. No, here's the thing. I can.
Right.
It's not hard.
It's okay.
It's just with my string of luck, like I said at the open mic last night. Just my string of luck, man, I'm telling you, my string of luck is just not great. I even invited a girl to the open mic and she didn't even show up.
Oh,
yeah,
that sucks.
But anyways, Mr. Herrera, it's always nice to have you on the show for the first time finally.
Me,
yeah, if you want to come on the show and do some stand-up next time, by all means.
Yeah,
just remember you got to keep it G-rated.
Of course.
Well, not you keep it, somewhat. You don't have to be like, to the point where people are going to come and start complaining.
Okay.
I know if you say something raunchy, then I'm going to get a phone call from a certain person. Oh, you can't have that. But anyways, nice to. That's what she said. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with more of the show, everybody. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the program. Now for a performance here in our studio today. Welcome back. He was just here 5 seconds ago. Manny Pacheco.
Originalmente de Héctor Lavoe, el cantante de los cantantes, pero con mucho cariño y sabor. Yo y Jorge vamos a interpretar una versioncita para gozar. Y yo soy el cantante que han venido a escuchar lo mejor del repertorio que le voy a brindar, y canto a la vida con risas y penas, en momentos malos y de cosas buenas. Vinieron a divertirse, pagaron en la puerta, no hay tiempo para tristeza cuando el cantante comienza. Me para siempre en la calle mucha gente que comenta, oye, Héctor, Manny, George y Johnluke están hechos, siempre con hembras y en fiesta, y nadie pregunta si río o si lloro, si tengo una pena que llegue muy hondo. Yo soy el cantante, mi negocio es cantar, la gente me sigue, mi canción voy a brindar. Hoy te dedico mis mejores pregones. Hoy te dedico mis mejores pregones. Aquí te traigo mi sabor, te traigo de los mejores. Hoy te dedico mis mejores pregones. Hoy te dedico mis mejores pregones. Para ustedes, ya tú sabes, ahí improvisado de corazón. El próximo va a ser mi viejo San Juan, un bolerito.
Oh, ese es lindo.
Que está muy profundo en nuestros corazones, y it's a song about Puerto Rico, San Juan. A gentleman is written by Noel Estrada. That's the history behind it. I've been singing it since I was a kid, because we used to sing from the flights from Puerto Rico coming down to the United States, and it's basically saying, you know, how you're gonna miss where you're originally from, and you know, this is what it's all about. I'm gonna give you a little bit of that. En mi viejo San Juan, cuántos sueños forjé en mis años de infancia. Mi primera ilusión y mis cuitas de amor son recuerdos del alma. Una tarde partí hacia extraña nación, pues lo quiso el destino. Pero mi corazón se quedó frente al mar en mi viejo San Juan. Pero mi corazón se quedó frente al mar en mi viejo San Juan. Adiós, 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 Borinquen querida, tierra de mi amor. Adiós, 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 mi diosa del mar, mi reina del palmar. Me voy, ya me voy, pero un día volveré a buscar mi querer, a soñar otra vez en mi viejo San Juan. A buscar mi querer, a soñar otra vez de mi viejo San Juan. Pero el tiempo pasó y el destino burló mi terrible nostalgia, y no pude volver al San Juan que yo amé, pedacito de patria. Mi cabello blanqueó y a mi vida se va, ya la muerte me llama, y no puedo morir alejado de ti, Puerto Rico del alma. Y no quiero morir alejado de ti, Puerto Rico del alma. Adiós, 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 Borinquen querida, tierra de mi amor. Adiós, 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 mi diosa del mar, mi reina del palmar. Me voy, ya me voy, pero un día volveré a buscar mi querer, a soñar otra vez en mi viejo San Juan. A buscar mi querer, a soñar otra vez en mi viejo San Juan. Pa' ustedes. Hay pa' gozar.
No, of course not. But thank you, Manny, again for really coming out.
Awesome, man. My
Really,
pleasure.
thank you, thank
My
you.
pleasure.
Daddy, we got a Ranger fan over here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Oh man, let me just kick my legs up. Oh man, just kick up my legs, loosen my tie. Oh yes, this is gonna feel good. Oh man. Oh, like apparently I can't unbuckle this tie now. Oh well, we had a pretty good show today, I would say. No, we didn't. That was not a good show at all.
It was a great show.
Shut up, JC. I'm finishing the show, damn it. Oh man, you know, I was thinking about the guy that told me about to shave my face, and for some reason, as I was being lazy not to shave my face, I realized we were gonna do a show soon, and I said, I know if I put this on PATV, he's gonna watch it, so I'm not gonna shave. I'm doing this because I'm lazy and I'm sticking it to somebody. Isn't that great? Using your medium to shove it in someone's face. Isn't that fantastic? Don't you guys just love that? I mean, it's fantastic. Yeah. Oh yeah, because you guys are so enthusiastic. Thanks, Brian. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's it for today. I want to thank Manny Pacheco for coming onto the program with this, also his great interview, and also with this wonderful song. I want to thank Brian Herrera for coming onto the program. I think my parents are going to tell me that I can't hang out with him again because he's deemed too risky of a friend.
Repent.
I want to thank Max, JC, Sienna, Aviles for coming here. You guys really, I appreciate it. Rosemary, I want to tell you something. Let's see. I hope you hit the bodies, and I'm happy you didn't come today. I'm just kidding. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Check out the stuff on the YouTube page, by all means. Take care. Good night. And please, leave me alone. Thanks.